I took around 90% of the mocks. I think there were
Oh,
around
that's
25
great.
mocks. So
Yeah.
I took around 22 or 23 mocks. Actually, sir, I wanted to score more than like 760, 760, 770.
Right.
But
Everyone, as I had just been talking, Debojyoti recently on the 13th of September wrote the exam and got a score of 750. And very strangely and funnily says, I'm guilty that not getting a 760 is a crime. So we'll ask him why he feels so. But something like this is generally the sentiment expressed by many of my students. So please start your camera. I'll stop the share and then let's get started. Yeah. Not too happy, it seems, or is all
uh,
right.
actually, sir, I wanted to score more than like 760, 760, 770. But
Right.
that like I got a 750, that's fine. But that the coaching, the level of coaching that you gave, sir, I
Mhm.
I, I really apologize. I couldn't do justice to the with my score actually.
No, nothing
Like
like that. I don't
uh,
think that's the sentiment you should have. It's a competitive score, and I don't think there'll be a problem in any admissions. If the GMAT will never be a reason, so I don't think you need to be that worried, and really you should press ahead with the applications, which you probably must be doing now.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. I've
Right.
started with applications,
Yeah.
but yeah, so with the as far as the coaching is concerned, sir, it's wonderfully designed actually, and
Right.
the the course content is actually so intensive that it leaves no room for doubt actually. Like
Mm-hmm.
you have, sir, dissected every single point of doubt there can be for a student,
Mm-hmm. Right. Right.
and the course content is so exhaustive that I think even like the GMAT people who are setting the paper, they will run out of questions actually if they like see the course content of user.
Right, right.
So
Yeah, we do cover all kinds of questions that could ever appear. And almost
yeah,
everybody who scores well says the same thing, that there were no surprises on the exam. So usually, yeah, it's true. So what did you like right from the beginning? Tell me. I mean, because let me ask you more generic questions. I generally
yes,
ask
sir.
very specific, but we started on a different note. So what was the thing that you started liking from the beginning? And then what was the stuff that you studied? Take me through your journey, basically. Yeah.
I looked up on the internet. I called up my friends, and one of my friends gave me like you should
Mm-hmm.
take this top 1% coaching.
Right.
At first, I was actually skeptic, but then when I started the course, it was like so good. Like whatever, I started with the RC first. I had taken the self-paced course actually.
Right.
The RC octave rules. Like
Mhm.
I don't know, sir, how you have designed that rule. I
Mhm.
remember there was one passage. There, it was the 29th or 30th question in the exam, and the 30, 31, 32 questions were RC. And that I understood from the level of the RC that I was going through a 760 or 770 plus question. Because you read a question, you know
Mhm.
that what level it is. So I did not understand a single part of that question, but because of Octave, I around out of three questions, I got around two right.
Mhm.
So I think that Octave is so wonderfully designed that sometimes you don't have to understand the RC you to get the question right, which is like
Right.
before knowing Octave, which is not even possible. Like someone like if someone told me before going through Octave that there's a rule that you don't have to know the RC to get the answer right, or I would have told him that it's not even possible. How is it possible?
Right. Right.
So yeah, and for SC and CR, see for CR, I did a lot of practice actually.
Mhm.
Just practice, 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 so that there is no
Mhm.
unknown area where I can go.
Right.
And for SC, there are so many rules. I went through all the rules from your content, sir.
Mhm.
And yeah, that was my journey. I also went through Know the World to understand the scenario and the background, like the sentiment of the passages. Like
Right.
it's
Right.
not
Right.
just important to know the passage, you have to know the sentiment of the passage. Like if the passage is about the blacks, you know that there will be a passage where they will sensitize with the blacks, or
Right.
there'll be if you're reading a passage on women, you will know that there will be a passage about reforming of women or some
Mhm.
some social challenges that were faced by
Right.
women. So that kind of helped me in my preparation. And yeah,
How
that's
about
about it.
the
I expected a
quantitative
Q50
section?
actually,
Yeah, yeah.
but
All
I
right.
got a Q49 and landed at 750. Yes, sir. You were saying something, sir.
Yeah. So what happened with quant? Probably on the test day, or in the
Yeah,
prep, was there any challenge? I don't think quant would have been a difficulty for you, probably, right?
no, sir. Quant wasn't a very difficult level for me because I have also cracked the GATE exam with
Mm-hmm.
a 99.96 percentile. So quant was a pretty cakewalk for me. I studied quant for like 15 days before the exam,
Mm-hmm.
and on the day it went quite well. On one exam, I was stuck actually, which I shouldn't have, and that
One
took most of the
question.
time. Yeah, on one question, I was stuck for quite a long time. So
Mm-hmm.
I regret that right now, actually.
Right. Otherwise, so 50-51 would have
Yeah,
been possible for you.
yeah, sure. I would have got that.
How much of the practice content did you did mocks and portal and the overall PDFs practice? Just take
Sir,
us
I
what you
did
skipped and what you did. Yeah.
I for the course content, sir, I went through every single goddamn question. There was no question that I did not go through.
Oh
For the
wow.
mocks, yeah, for like there was all the questions of CR. Every single question
Mm,
I dissected and analyzed. It was
mm-hmm.
the questions were super. I did not find any question of that level in the market. Like it was super.
Mm-hmm.
And for even for SC and RC, I even went through the LSAT questions, sir,
Right.
after I finished the GMAT course material of RC.
Mm-hmm.
And for the quant also, I went through all the materials of DS and
Mm-hmm.
ES. And for the mocks, sir, I took around 90% of the mocks. I think there were
Oh,
around
that's
25
great.
mocks. So
Yeah.
I took around 22 or 23 mocks.
That's quite a lot of work, right? Right. And on the exam day, what was the order you took? Were there some nerves at all, or were you pretty comfortable this time psychologically? And was there anything unusual now in hindsight on the exam? Just tell us one by one.
Uh, there was so on the day of the exam, there were as such no challenges. My order was predefined actually. I had practiced in that order first RC, then quant, then whatever it is. So
Right.
I had already taken the mocks in that order, and on the test day there were no issues. I was given breaks at the proper time, and overall the exam experience was quite well.
So no nerves or no jitters, really. I mean, this time.
No, no,
Nothing.
as such there were
That's
nothing
really,
like
really
that.
amazing to hear because this is not something that I hear, even from people who score slightly higher than you. And any unusual question type or anything on the exam day then?
None, sir. But I found that there was one RC that at the end actually I mentioned about
Yeah.
that. It was pretty tough. It was pretty
Yeah.
tough in the sense that I couldn't even like understand what the passage is. And when they were like 10 minutes on the dashboard, your brain goes in a brain fuzz.
Yeah.
You just check the clock and like there's
I understand that. Yeah, it happens.
yeah.
Everybody, I think,
But I
keeps
still
in.
ended up scoring because of your rules, sir.
That's
And
really
that's
awesome to know. So if there are people who just started, let's say a few weeks ago, what is it that they should do according to you? Because this batch will be probably in its fourth weekend right now, or probably fifth weekend. So what is it that they should do in over the next 1-2 months, and what are the things that they should never do? Can you just summarize, like you must do and must not do now that you're on the other side?
so the one thing that the first thing that I think the students should do is to download that Excel file that you are given the order in which you should study. That is so important. I had downloaded it and printed it out, and I had like pasted it on above my study board in what order I should study. That was so helpful actually.
Right.
And yeah, I studied in that order very religiously. And post the when you're studying for the exam, the thing that you mustn't do is that you should not think about which colleges and whatever is or have a predefined score in mind. The
Mm-hmm.
thing is, we should aim for the best. And I think with your coaching, sir, if someone aims for the best, it's obvious 760 or 760 plus. So there's no doubt about that.
Right, right. And how much of the know the world stuff have you done? May not be fully, I think,
I,
right now. You may have,
I have done 60% of the things of
right.
Know the World, and it's actually brilliant. I'm going through it right now because I have to. have
Right.
some knowledge about for college applications. So
That will
I'm still
really
going through
help in
that.
the applications and interviews. Trust me, that will really
Yes,
help. Right.
yes,
So thanks, Debojyoti, for joining us, and really very nice discussion. You gave some very good pointers about not really doing some of the things. I said that don't think about the colleges, don't think about some of the things. And what he said, you should definitely do that. You really have to stick to the plan that we've given. Really
yeah.
good pieces of advice. Thanks for joining us. I know it's been a bit tough for you for over the last few weeks,
Yes,
but
it has been because actually I have office on Sunday. Right now I'm in my office actually when I'm taking this
oh,
webinar.
oh,
So I
okay.
have office on Saturdays, I have office on Sundays also for like 8 hours. So it's very difficult to balance office and
Understandable.
yeah,
So, doubly, thank you very much for joining and finding the time. Do keep in touch. Let me be updated with the results that you get. Thanks for
sure,
joining
sir,
in.
sure.
Yeah. Bye bye. Bye.
Thank you.